Hello, my name is John Bruner and my topic was the David Bessie reactor vessel head incident. The reactor at David Bessie Nuclear Power Station is a raised loop type pressurized water reactor with a dry ambient pressure containment or reactor compartment. The reactor was built by the Babcock-Wilcox Company and first licensed in April of 1977. The current license is set to expire in April of 2017. However, the license renewal has been filed with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and is awaiting their decision. The David Bessie Nuclear Power Station is located on Lake Erie in Oak Harbor, Ohio, approximately 21 miles east-southeast of Toledo, Ohio. The population within a 50-mile radius is approximately 1.8 million people and includes major cities such as Detroit, Toledo, Sandusky, Windsor, which is Ontario, Canada, and Leamington, which is also Ontario, Canada. The David Bessie Nuclear Power Station holds 2 of the top 5 places for the most severe incidents on the Nuclear Regulatory Commission's list of incidents, second only to the 3 Mile Island incident. The number 5 incident on the Nuclear Regulatory Commission's list happened in 1977 and was a stuck-open pressurizer relief valve. In 1985, a loss of feed water event occurred when the main feed pump shut down, causing the control room operator to jump into action to start the auxiliary feed pumps. Unfortunately, the control room operator oversped the auxiliary feed pumps, causing them to trip offline and therefore causing a sustained loss of feed event. In 1998, an F2 tornado touched down and struck the nuclear power station, damaging the plant's electrical power switchyard and disabling external power to the plant. As a result of the loss of power, the plant's external power supply, as a result of the loss of the plant's external power supply, the reactor automatically shut down and the emergency diesel generators kicked on to power the reactor safety systems until external power could be restored. The number 2 incident on the Nuclear Regulatory Commission's list of incidents occurred in 2002. While conducting reactor vessel head inspections as required by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission's Bulletin 2001 TAC 01, boric acid and iron oxide deposits were discovered on the lower support skirt of the reactor vessel head. During follow-on non-destructive testing, it was discovered that borated water used as primary coolant had leaked from stress corrosion cracks on 5 of the control rod drive mechanisms weld joints. With the location of the control rod drive mechanisms directly above the reactor vessel head, the boric acid ate through an area of the reactor vessel head approximately 6 inches thick and the size of a football, leaving only the 3/8 inch thick stainless steel cladding holding back 2,500 psi reactor coolant pressure. Although documented that the primary water stress corrosion cracking is a known degradation factor for pressurized water reactors, nothing of this magnitude had ever been discovered. Based on the size and the location of the hole, it was determined that had the cladding given away, which was predicted to occur in the next 6 months, the resulting primary rupture would have caused a water jet of primary coolant into the reactor compartment or primary containment area, which could have potentially caused the failure of other control rod drive mechanisms, making rod insertion and potential shutdown of the reactor highly unlikely. The repairs to the David Bessie reactor cost over $600 million and took 2 years to complete. The repairs included replacing the entire reactor vessel head with one that had been mothballed from a plant that was shut down in Midland, Michigan. On top of the cost of the repairs, David Bessie reactor station was issued a $28 million fine by the Department of Justice and a $5 million fine by the Nuclear Regulatory Commissions, the NRC's stiffest fine imposed to date. In 2003, while repairs were still underway from the boric acid vessel head incident, the plant was attacked by a computer virus called a slammer worm, which resulted in a 5-hour loss of safety monitoring of the plant. In 2010, during a scheduled refueling outage, ultrasonic tests performed on the control rod drive mechanisms discovered that the replacement reactor vessel head that had been installed in 2002 had 2 nozzles that did not meet minimum wall thickness, as well as having 24 of the 69 nozzles that had developed new cracks since installation. All the cracks were subsequently repaired using approved repair procedures, but the reactor vessel head was scheduled for replacement the following year in 2011. There were a couple other incidents that I didn't really dive into because I wanted to cover the incidents leading up to and including the boric acid reactor vessel head incidents. But there was a tritium leak into the groundwater right around the nuclear power station, as well as hairline cracks in a concrete shield building, and then lastly a pinhole leak in a reactor coolant pump seal. I hope that everyone learned something about the David Bessie nuclear power station and the David Bessie boric acid reactor vessel head incidents. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.